Hello everyone. In this video, we will solve some question based on a property. The properties we had discussed in the last video. So using that property, now we have to solve our exercise 4.2 of chapter number 4, determinants. Fine. So here is the first question of your NCERT. So here is a question. We have to prove that this determinant is equals to 0 using properties. We can't expand it, we have to use properties only. Fine. So as we know that if something is adding in one column or one row, that is your property number 5. If you have a knowledge of property number 5, then you can apply directly. If you don't have to, see my previous video related to properties. Fine, then you will understand this concept. By applying the property number 5, what we can write, x, y, z, this first column will remain the same, second column will remain the same, and the third column xyz plus the first column will remain same, second column will remain same, and then the third column you have to write the next 3 elements a, b, c. So this is a property number 5. So we can split this determinant into 2 different kind of determinants using the same property. After application of property number 5, you will get these 2 determinants of same order. Fine. And now, as we can see in the first determinant, here the C1 and C3, column C1 and C3, both are identical, both are same. So as we know that if it is identical by the property number 3, then the value of this determinant will be 0. And similarly, here we can see that column C2 and column C3 both are identical, hence the value of this determinant will be 0. So 0 plus 0, that would be 0, hence proved. Okay, so here you have to write the left hand side we are taking first. In first step you have to copy the quotient, then you have to write, this is second step. So due to the lack of space, shortage of time, I am not writing the first step. But in the first step you have to copy the left hand side, only this part you have to copy in each question. Okay, then you have to apply these properties. Okay, now second question. So this is your second question of this NCERT. So we have to make this determinant equals to 0. Okay, so we have to take left hand side, you have to copy the question first, then this is your second step. I'm not writing the first step due to the lack of space, again I'm saying. So this is your second step. In second step, what I'm doing, I'm applying the property number 6. In that property, we can add any rows or any column. So what I'm doing, I'm changing in row R1, and what changes are there? R1 plus R2 plus R3. We are adding all the 3 rows. So when you add all the 3 rows, that is A minus B plus B minus C plus C minus A, when you add all the 3 rows, you will get 0. Add these 3, you will get 0. And similarly, when you will add these 3, you will get 0. When you will add these 3, you will get 0. Okay, so your first row is 0, and the next row R2 and R3 will remain the same. Okay, so after getting this step, as we know that if any one row or any one column, if we in any one row all the elements are 0, in any one column all the elements are 0, then the value of the determinant will be 0. That is property number 7, which we had discussed in previous video. Okay, so these are 2 questions from your NCERT. Now the next question is question number 3. Wait, I'm just getting the next page. Here it is. Yes. this is your question, and again you have to prove that that is equal to 0. So in left hand side you have to copy the question, and your second step, I am applying this concept. Column C1 goes to column C1 plus 9 times of column C2. Why I am multiplying this by 9? Because when you will multiply this by 9, so here when you multiply this column C2 by 9, 9 7 the 63, and when you will add 2 with this, you will get 65. So this is in my mind. So when you will apply this concept in this question, you will get your first column 65, 75 and 86. Okay. Column C1 plus 9 times of column C2. When you will apply here in the first column this concept, you will get 65, 70. You will get these elements in your column C1. If now after that step, actually this is what? This is a property number 6. Wait. Okay, this is your property number 6. So here these two are zeros, so your answer will be 0. If the two rows are identical, that is property number 3, then you will get 0. So here this is the solution of question number 3. Okay, the next question is question number 4. This is given to us and we have to prove that this is equal to 0. So how will you make this 0? That is the question number 4. This question is given to us and we have to make it that is equal to 0. So we are taking left hand side. On the left hand side, what I am doing, I am just inserting A, B, C into this bracket. The first column will remain the same. Second column will remain the same. And after multiplication, you will get this step. Okay. Now I can see that if I will add this column with this column, I am applying this operation, that is property number 6. C2 goes to C2 plus C3. When you are applying C2, this plus this, you will get these elements here in this step. Your first and your third column will remain the same. Second column you will get this. As you can see here, AB plus BC plus CA, the same term is coming. These are all the same terms. And when these terms will come, you can take common. And when you will take these terms common, so taking AB plus BC plus CA common from C2, this common is I am writing here. Okay, this 1 1 1 you have to copy it, and at a place of this you will get 1 1 1 again when you will take common from column C2. And your third column will remain the same. Fine. So after getting this step, now again you have to apply property number 3. Here the two columns are identical. Then the value of this determinant will be 0. Hence proof. Okay, these are the 4 questions from your NCERT. Now, this is your 5th question of your NCERT, exercise 4.2, and this question is given to us. Okay, so using this we have to prove this without expanding, and we have to calculate this using properties. Okay, now this is our left hand side where we are copying this. This is your left hand side. We are taking the left hand side of this question. So here it is. So as I can see that if I will add row R1, R2 and R3, then when you will apply this operation R1, R2 and R3, fine. When you will add this and this, you will get twice of A plus B plus C. Fine. add, then you can check it out. Or if you will say I will solve here, see, I'm just adding here, I'm doing some rough work. Okay, so if you will add these, so this will be b plus c plus a plus b. Okay, so it would be twice of a, twice of b, and twice of c, as you can see here, and 2 will be common. Fine, so I can write this like this. So the same way I am using in row in this R1, R2 plus R3. I'm rubbing it first. Let me rub this. Okay, when you will add R1 plus R2 plus R3, you will get this equation. Okay, similarly, when you will add this plus this plus this, you will get this. And again, when you will add this plus this plus this, you will get this. Okay, and second row and third row will remain the same. You have to just copy it. This is positive sign. Now I'm taking 2 as common. So this same you have to copy. Just we are taking common from this whole determinant. Okay. Now what I'm doing, I'm applying this operation. R2 goes to R2 minus R1. So what will happen if I will do this? I will writing this and minus this one. This minus this. So when you will subtract these two, you will get minus b in row R2. R1 will remain the same. You have to just copy it. In R2, you have to apply this operation. R2 minus R1. When you will apply this minus this, you will get minus b. And here, when you will minus this, you will get minus q. And here you will get minus y. Okay. I know you can do this kind of subtraction. Okay. After that, you will get this determinant. Okay. Now, in this, what I'm doing, I'm applying this operation. R3 goes to R3 minus R1. Here it is. If you will apply this operation in this, here, in the next step, you will get this minus this. You will get minus c here. This minus this whole element. This minus this whole element. Here you will get minus r, and here you will get minus z. Okay. So you can see on the next page. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. So here you will get minus c, minus r, minus z after applying this operation. Now, what in the next step, as I can see, if I will add these two, and I will add these two, and the sum of these two, I'm adding in R1 also. So I'm applying this operation. R1 goes to R1 plus R2 plus R3. Again, I'm writing, wait. I think it is not visible clearly. R2 plus R3. I'm doing this. And when you will add this, you will get A, P and X on the row R1. Fine. And after solving, you will get this equation, this determinant. Fine. After applying this operation in row R1. And as we can see that if I will take minus common from row R2 and minus common from row R3 also, then negative will come, and again negative will come. So this negative will be positive, because the two negative signs are common from row R2 and R3. And at last, you will get this answer, and hence proved. This is which you have to prove. Okay. This is how we can solve question number 5.